Well, every Friday, thanks to our friends at Local Environmental Services, we give you a chance to blow off a little steam, to take what you're feeling and make sure that thousands of people hear it. It's a tradition we call Trash Talk! And this one from Tanya, who says, Real Talkers, 1 year ago today, a pathetic little man squirreled away in his bunker, took to the airwaves to lay the groundwork for committing war and genocide against his neighbor. The tanks and missiles and shock troops quickly followed to begin Russia's 3-day special operation against the people and nation of Ukraine. And here we are, a year later. A year where we've witnessed horror after horror of death, rape, torture, destruction, kidnapping, and war crime after war crime committed by Russians and their allies who refuse to turn their backs on an imperialistic and colonial worldview. We have similarly seen heroism and resistance and defiance and resolve from the people of Ukraine and their supporters around the world, true defenders of freedom and democracy. So on this, the 24th of February, 2023, 9 years after their revolution of dignity dumped a corrupt puppet government and 1 year into the fully throated invasion to destroy them, on behalf of the people of Ukraine and defenders of democracy everywhere, fuck you, Putin. Fuck you, Russia. Glory to Ukraine. Slava Ukraine. That from Tanya. I love it. How about this one from Dani, the disgruntled Oilfield wife? She says, here's a good one for you, Real Talk. Slave Lake United Conservative Party politics have run amok again. Yes, again, with what could be called the weakest vetting of a politician since Joe Biden passed his medical. Woo! It's Alberta. We all love a good redneck politician, but this one's gone too far for this, mama. I don't care what you do behind closed doors with consenting adults, but apparently Martine Carafel, the UCP candidate nominee, well, she does, so much so as to publicly berate the pride flag and then blame it on her religion. I guess the Pope maybe missed the message on that one. Beyond the clear homophobic tendencies, she's also publicly called Dr. Theresa Tam a monkey. Seriously, none of this as a public citizen, but as an assistant to the ever-missing Slave Lake MLA Pat Rain. We cancel comedians for less than this. I guess Slave Lake politicians have become a joke anyway. Pat Rain to his assistant, Martine Carafel. What a look for the heart of Northern Alberta and for Alberta's energy sector. This is what you call a vetting process? 2 duds in a row? Who is this local UCP board? 84-year-old retirees that don't know how to turn on a computer? Dani, maybe we should bring the information back on floppy disks, and we might have better luck in choosing a rep that actually reps the people, the demographic of our wonderful region. It's no wonder the left thinks that all conservatives are nuts when we roll out candidates like this. I'm 33 years old, I'm a lifelong conservative, and even I'm going to have trouble voting for this candidate. It looks like the Slave Lake region will fall to the NDP once again. United Conservative Party, hey? I guess unless you're gay or a minority, then maybe you don't belong and will openly mock you. I don't know. Conservative shouldn't be a dirty word or embarrassing, but man, this makes me feel filthy and embarrassed. I'm sure I'm going to get some blowback on this from the local party reps. Actually, wait, no, Jespo, you're not going to fax this to them, are you? Because these boomers don't even know what a podcast is or who the people in this region are. From Dani, the disgruntled Oilfield wife. Wow. And how about this one from Michael? This is the one I was telling you about, Real Talkers. Michael says, glancing down the Real Talk lineup, I read this. How is the average Canadian supposed to wrap their mind around Jamie Salay's downward spiral? Excuse me, Ryan? I'm supposed to have to wrap my mind around a person who's clearly experiencing some form of mental debilitation? Somehow it's up to me to deal with this? Look, it's not my problem. How about she wraps her mind around the fact that most Canadians think she's a far-right freak and wouldn't give her the time of day? Why do people in the media constantly take these broken individuals and somehow frame their problems as my problems? So now we have to wrap our minds around it or grapple with this or deal with that? Bullshit. How about assuming it's not the job of the average Canadian to wrap their minds around Jamie Saleh or anybody else? How about focusing on the broken person and the harm they're causing and not expecting that it's somehow the average Canadian's problem? Hey, look, Jamie Soleil, Theo Fleury, Jordan Peterson, or some other far-right fuck said something wild, how are you going to grapple with it? Guess what, Ryan? I'm not, right? It's the same as all these people in organizations like Media Matters, constantly tweeting Fox News clips and opining on how outrageous they are. Yeah, thanks a lot. I already knew that, which is why I don't watch Fox News in the first place. I don't need reminders from anybody else of how bad they are. I think people like you in the media should take a step back, take a deep breath, I will when I'm done, and have a hard look at how they frame these questions. Even by writing the copy that you did, the wrap their minds around it line, you give credence to these people, basically suggesting that they should be taken seriously by us, normal, average Canadians. I think it's all a type of bias. All media does it, and I think it's worth a panel discussion to discuss how you frame these stories and why you're doing it wrong. This calls for a bit of introspection, I'd say. That from Michael in Victoria, BC. We love our BC subscribers, and Michael, you do have me thinking, and I really appreciate it. You can send us your trash talk to talk@ryanjesperson.com. You could be featured in an upcoming episode every Friday, presented by our friends at Local Environmental Services. We've got a banging week ahead, including a couple of highlights. Dr. Shazma Mathani is going to join me in studio. Alberta's rolling out its budget. We'll have complete analysis and, of course, updates on all the other stories that matter most.